Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Esther again, bringing you something I think you're gonna like. Anyways, I hope you had a good week. And if you're new here, my name is Esther. If you're into all things momming and education, then you found the right place. Today, we're going to be talking about something that I feel like a lot of moms struggle with because it happens to me a lot. I've been thinking about this that you know how your kids will have like a room full of toys. Mine was more like a basement full of toys. It was like their play area, and still somehow find time to be bored. For a long time, I thought that the issue was that we didn't have enough nice toys, so I kept buying more. And this is not because boredom is bad. It has its own place. But when you actually, get them things so that they can play and engage and they're still bored, you know what I mean? One day I looked around at all this stuff and I realized that none of it was actually working. Not for them and definitely not for me. My house felt chaotic. There were too many things. My kids were bouncing from thing to thing without really engaging. And because, your girl is in school, and I'm studying to become an early child educator, I knew I couldn't blame them. Your kids aren't naturally bored, they are overwhelmed or understimulated by things that are around them. So I sat down for a bit and asked myself some simple questions. What do my kids really play with? What do they come back to over and over? And the answer was obvious. Once I stopped ignoring it, I didn't need the expensive toys or the trendy toys. Definitely not the loud or flashy ones. Oh my god. They played with magnet tiles, Legos, pretend food, cardboard, spoons, anything that is open-ended that let them build, pretend, and create their own stories. So I decided to reset the whole place scene, and that's what you see me doing in this video. I took out everything, literally everything from my basement, and I picked out the things I felt like were useful and donated the rest that I felt like we were not going to be using. Like I said, I set up with the magnet tiles that they would usually like to play with, Legos, lots of loose parts, a couple books, because I don't want the books to get torn. I have like a bin of books in another part of the house that I just bring out a few books per time based off of the conversations we've been having recently, and we're having a lot of conversations about countries and cultures. So I have books like the Atlas. We have stories about Canada, about different other countries, and there are lots of art supplies there. And let's go of the rest. You see, one of the things I also really wanted was that when they needed some of these things, they can access it by themselves. I don't have to be constantly called all the time, mommy, 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 can I have a piece of paper? Mommy, can I have a pencil? So I needed it to be at reachable point for them. Except for my son, hence why there are child locks on this drawer. Because he would just, write everywhere he's to. When kids are surrounded by too many options, too many colors, too much noise, they don't really engage with those toys. They do quick surface play because their brain is overstimulated. But when the space is calm and intentionally put together for them to actually play, they can slow down, focus, and use their creativity. My kids will play with some loose part toys I found at Dollarama and some plastic fruits for like 2 hours straight. I was so surprised. I was wondering why I was buying all the fancy toys when all they needed was like a small bowl of toys that they could use to do different things. And because they're in this phase where they like to paint, they like to draw, I got a lot of art supplies too. Like this is not about having like a perfect Pinterest playroom or or I wanted it to be like that, to be honest, but I just decided to use things I already had in the house aside from getting a few things. And to be honest, these things didn't cost me so much because all the things I got them at Dollarama. If you're in Canada, you know what Dollarama is. If you're not, it's like our own version of the dollar store. I got them at Dollarama. The only thing that I had to get that was not in Dollarama was magnet tiles. So, like I said, it's not about making it look like aesthetic. It's about having a functional and intentional space where your children can have their creativity come alive. And honestly, this is the perfect time of the year to do it because when the holiday hits, like there's an avalanche of toys. Oh, December is like toy season. Friends, family, everybody wants to gift something. It's cute. And then January comes and you're drowning in clutter again. So this year I'm becoming more intentional. I've started asking for gift cards or experiences instead of random toys. If they can afford it, like nothing big. I mean things like museum visits, classes, or memberships, no pressure, like I said. The one big thing I'm planning this Christmas is a mud kitchen because my kids are in that beautiful, messy stage where dirt becomes soup and rocks become cupcakes and that kind of play. So I want to get a mud kitchen that they can play with both in the summer and the winter outside to kind of encourage the outdoor play. Um, this whole process reminded me that your kids don't need more stuff, they need better spaces that support independence and imagination. This helps to build confidence and problem solving. So if your kids are not playing with their toys enough, this may be the problem. It's not because they're ungrateful or dependent on screen. Sometimes the environment just needs a reset. You don't need to have a lot, just choose fewer things that actually invite creativity. Like I said, look for things that you know that they naturally already reach out for many times, and then you would have built yourself something lovely. Thanks for listening and hanging out with me. If you're interested in more conversations around parenting, play, early learning, and raising confident kids in everyday life, then you found your jam. I tried to show much of the setup process, but if you want like another video explaining everything, let me know. Or if there's something else you want to see from me, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share also. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.